Gamers! Bang Chang's fingers? Hey, how you doing? I'm making a cardboard cutout. Wait, hello? I can't make early jokes or late jokes? What, the fact that I was on time? You didn't like that? You didn't like that I was on time today? Bro, I'm like 8, I'm like only 15 minutes early. More like 10. Your cousin's birthday? Hey, make sure she has a great birthday. Hope your gift turns out perfect. To correct yourself from 8. Alright, gamers. We're here. Hey, brownie sounds kind of good. I am far. I'm grabbing these still. But then I realized, oh wait, dude, the stream is starting. So I have to go live. Where is, oh. But yeah, Michael, this is what I'm talking about here. It's it's Violet Grass 2. Gonna have to get to work. I should accept the quest so we can go right into it. So of course it's Emilie. Emilie is all alone. She's the last one. She's the last one here. We couldn't make it to the Emilie quest in the last stream. But alas, now we can. Floral depth. Floral depth blood dew. This has the potential to go fucking crazy. I mean, after fucking D&D with the gang, I mean, I don't even know what to expect from these quests anymore. What do I even expect from these quests anymore? Boo, I missed them. It better go crazy, completely unknown character. This is true. She is unknown. I'm gonna assume that she's at least gonna have some other character. Probably the judging by my thumbnail, it's probably the Chevy. We met her last stream. Chevy something. I assume that she'll probably be in. Sometimes one of the interns dropped their Deviant RSOC because they needed the time until that land. Hey man, I think she looks good. I think she has a good design. I like her design. Excuse me while I climb over here. I wouldn't call it a deviant ROC because those those are not looking like her. That's for sure. That's for sure. That's why I wouldn't go that far. Bro, how do I get over here? Her voice doesn't fit? Oh, brother. Okay, well, simple enough. Is that it? Are we done? Oh no, there's still more. Is that the last one? No, there's some over here. Yeah, sorry guys, you guys didn't watch me farm. You want to know why you watch me farm? Because Emily is our only quest, so you know it's not much content today. Ah. No! Stall stream, we're so back. We're so back. To get one more in. Yeah. Yeah. It is kind of crazy, right? We're finally done with Genshin. This week is our final week of Genshin Impact. Can do the event too. The event, is there voice acting in the event? The event's not voiced. We will not be doing it. I mean, I'll be doing it, but it's barely any dialogue. It's just gameplay. Okay, sure. If we have time, and I have to say that if we have time, because we might actually just be here for 3 hours on her quest. So, I can't just pretend like, oh yeah, it's gonna be nice, a quick in and out. Who knows? It's like the Natlan event. Hold on, there's a thing up there. How do I? She tells me to fuck off and do the event. That's kind of rude. I've been using Jean a bit today. Her antics, her shenanigans, her little animo shenanigans is fun. Is it in here? Oh, here we go. I think this is where we're dropping. Oh, it might be outside actually. There's a boss in there. It's more fun year one when nobody resisted her pulling. Well, all the common enemies do. I mean, don't. I mean, the common ones don't. Is it up there? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Why do we glow when we're here? Yeah, Jeaner's a W. Her animations, though, ugh, I wish. They should go back and redo her animations. We need an animation update on Jean, I think. I think we all agree on that, right? Inazuma heavy. I actually was literally just in Inazuma using it. Yeah. Like all the big guys. They resist her. Now the thing about these flowers is that they're always at the edge of the cliff. So like you'll kind of know. This is the thing about the tracker though. It's like I can't, dude. Like these things are on the edge. How am I supposed to know? And that was the last one too. Oh, Venti was running the game, so they had to nerf his ass. That's funny. Imagine having to nerf Venti. But they let John Lee run the game? Bro, you're literally invincible with John Lee. Okay, are we done? I think so. Oh no, there's one more. One more, then it's off to Fontaine yet again. Navia's in every quest, so like, as always, I'll clap if Navia shows up. But it doesn't seem like Emilie hangs out with the usual gang. She seems like she's by herself. So we shall see. I mean, obviously, we're going to get answers in a second. Oh my god, I have to go up. I don't see them. Bro. How far up? And there's no, like, there's no yoinky. There's no pulley. Man, you mentioned brownies earlier? Dude, that shit would go stupid right now. I have no, like... I have nothing. Oh, I have ice cream. Dude, I can eat ice cream. Wait. Oh, shit. Yeah, chat. I might be cooked tonight. I might be... Getting ice cream for stir. This is my last time being fat for a while. Okay, okay. They just... Okay, well... May as well not disturb them, right? Oh, we were... This was... Yeah, this was part of the Nahida quest. Like, we came over here and there was, like, the guy. Okay, all the way up here. And it's 1. Yeah, wow. Okay, well... Wait, is that it? No, I didn't get the message that that was it. So I don't think that was it. Oh, here's another one. I actually can't believe this update wasn't even in the game before. Like, I can't even... I can't even actually believe that they really had y'all going out there blind, huh? Now I've been using I was using the interactive map literally since I started playing. Like that was I pulled that shit up. I don't even we're not even worried about that. But I do find that shit hilarious that they just left y'all to dry out there, bro. Y'all were really playing some dick. That's crazy. Couldn't be me though. There we go. We got all of them. Well, let's grab this chest, and we'll be on our way.
Gotcha. Here comes the catch.
Good dog.
Barbados, guide us. Incinerate.
You finished it? That was pretty fast.
Take it easy.
Hope your cousin's having a good birthday. Man, I gotta level up this team. Like, this team would be really fun if I actually, like, leveled it some bit. Oh, it took you 3. Oh, okay, okay. It took you 3 out. It's okay, okay. Not level, I mean, just, you know, actually get, like, some good artifacts in there, level up the talents. Well, Yanfei's talents aren't low.
Huh. Let's appraise the value on this.
Okay. Okay, it's time for the quest. Where are we going? Are we dropping? Oh, I have to mark it. Bros, I might get ice cream, like, right now. Wait, that's the story. Here we go. It starts in Sumeru? Wait, is that the right? Is that the right quest? No, it is. It is. Sure thing. Hold on. I'm gonna get some ice cream right now. Right now, dude. I'm gonna be so fat on stream. You guys ever seen a fat Paimon before? Well, get ready. I need like a BRB thing.
Sometimes the laws
People know I'm not.
nature, but sometimes the two conflict. Balancing the two is a discipline in its own right.
Here we go. There you go.
The case before us is a strange and unprecedented one indeed. Sometimes the law is compatible with human nature, but sometimes the two conflict. Balancing the two is a discipline in its own right. The case before us is a strange and unprecedented one indeed. Sometimes the law is compatible with human nature, but sometimes the two conflict. Balancing the two is a discipline in its own right.
The streamer is no longer missing. The streamer's back. Ah! Streamer's back with ice cream in hand. Is she? I wonder if she's not from Fontaine. Maybe. If we're starting here in Sumeru, maybe she's a Sumerian. Oh, no, never mind. I guess this is Tanari content. Oh, I never left? Oh, okay.
Water to retain moisture before applying the film.
Oh, we need auto. Oops.
You can't treat a glaze lily like a cactus. If Sanjay does this again, the loss will have to come out of his food expenses.
I'll go talk to him. At this rate, he won't even be able to afford eating cacti for much longer.
Well, I need a napkin. We need a napkin.
Oh, it's you two. It's been a while. What brings you to Port Ormos?
We didn't have anything to do, and this place looked pretty lively, so we decided to stop by. But, what's with all the flowers around here?
Well, Port Ormos is currently organizing a flower exhibition featuring flowers and plants from all over Teyvat, so I came to help out. The exhibition includes flowers from every corner of the world.
Ah,
each
shit.
with their own
Snezhnayan
properties and needs.
flowers.
With that in mind, the curator commissioned a flower pot from Kasharawar capable of retaining heat and moisture. Even so, an expert is still required to develop tailored transportation and care plans for each type of flower.
Oh, and that expert is you, right?
Not this
More
time.
Tanari content
I'm
is
just here to
whack.
help out. The expert in charge is someone else.
Listen, bro, the girls gotta get something.
Sanjay,
They got,
he confused the
bro, the female players, they need something.
Never mind. Forget about what I said about the food expenses. Apologies, traveler, Paimon. Looks like I've got something to take care of. I'll be back in just a moment.
Tainari's busy no matter where he is, huh?
Too many people are careless about what they eat. And she's looking directly at Paimon saying that. Huh? Too many people don't do as they're told. I'm just like you. Yeah.
Yeah, seems like it. Some people just need supervision. Well, looks like Tainari might be busy for a while. Let's take a look around the port in the meantime.
Was Cole also happening?
Wow, look at these flowers! They smell
I do! I'm just like Paimon.
Huh?
Uh-oh.
Paimon's, fine. She's just got a little...
Help. Somebody help.
Rainbow roses, glaze lilies, and Cecilia's? No wonder.
It's getting worse. Why?
Maybe sick Paimon.
Just a moment ago.
What is this voice?
A moment of your time, you two? If it's not too much trouble, perhaps you could try this incense.
Why are they being so mysterious about her? Just show her face. We don't know who this is. We don't know who this character is. You can show her face. Huh? Because she's a waifu. Come on, Michael. I didn't have to tell you that one.
Think nothing of it. From your attire, I imagine you two aren't from Sumeru either.
Oh,
Seeing
she's
as
not
we're
from
both
Sumeru.
Travelers from abroad, it's only right that we help each other out.
Oh,
should
turn the game up?
occasion arise.
Oh, so you're here for the
Her voice is just that low. Sorry. I'll turn.
I suppose that's
Honestly, you
accurate.
can just have the whole thing.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Emilie, a perfumer from...
It is pronounced Emily. Haha.
Paimon, Miss Paimon. Thank you so much for your help just now. Oh, and this is...
The Traveler, right? I've heard a lot about you from the Steambird. It's nice to finally put a face to the name.
Have we? Have we really? Have we really heard about her?
What
Well,
happened back there?
I guess we
Why
have.
did Paimon start sneezing all of a sudden?
Have you ever heard of hay fever?
Yeah, Lisa type voice. I think this is fine. Like it's not like it's not like high pitched or anything. Just like a normal tone.
To put it simply, when inhaled, certain pollens can trigger abnormal physical reactions.
But
Let's
Paimon had seen these
let's check her
flowers
voice
before,
acting,
and
shall we?
Nothing weird happened then.
Well, we're all different. The factors that can trigger a reaction...
Her
to
voice
certain
actor's
stimuli
name is
vary by
Amber.
person. In isolation, the effects of certain pollens may seem minimal, but inhaling various types at once can trigger a more overt reaction. But
Oh.
there's no need to worry. Pollen allergies can be
She's a
effectively mitigated
brand new
with the use
voice
of
actor.
medication.
Literally
Oh, well,
only
that's
this
good.
role and a game that came out like 2 days ago.
Traveler. Paimon, there you are.
Okay.
Is everything all right? I left in such a hurry, I forgot to warn you about all the pollen in the air.
You know? Oh, you hear that Milani has a character quest behind the tribe stuff. So you have to do the tribe stuff first and then you unlock it? Timon was not having a good
Emily?
time.
Ah, what a coincidence. Looks like my worry was misplaced then. The Traveler and Paimon are in good hands.
It was nothing, really. We happened to run into each other shortly after my arrival, and I offered them a bit of help, that's all. I'm more curious as to why you thought the Traveler and Paimon were in danger. Allergies are highly unpredictable. If you were concerned the pollen might trigger a reaction, that must mean something similar.
Like,
has
is the
happened in
tribal
past.
quest her quest? Or, like, would it unlock after that? I feel like, why don't they just put it on this and then put a lock on it and say, hey, you have to go do this quest? Because I'm lost. Obviously, I would like to do the quest.
Remember the first time we met? You fainted after inhaling Spirit Borneal.
That did happen. Dude. Oh, look at her back there.
The spirit borneal didn't affect Paimon at all, and now she's the one suffering. It makes no sense.
It's not really something you can make sense out of, Paimon. There are all kinds of allergies out there, caused by a variety of different factors. Some people are even allergic to almonds. It's not something you can generalize.
Dude, being allergic to something
I
must
even
be
encountered a
sad.
case in Fontaine where someone had an allergic reaction to soba noodles their family brought back from Inazuma.
Whoa. Good thing Paimon isn't allergic to anything delicious.
You're a doctor.
In a manner of speaking, although you could say the patients I deal with are rather unusual.
In addition to medicine, Emilie is also very knowledgeable about botany. She's taught me a lot about the native flora around Fontaine.
She didn't answer my
And
question.
that's where my expertise ends, I'm afraid. When it comes to breadth of knowledge, Tainari certainly comes out on top.
Literally didn't answer the question. Completely ignored. Completely ignored.
Got it? You must be the expert Tainari mentioned, the one in charge of the exhibition.
Wrong again, I'm afraid.
Oh, okay.
Well, I did come for the exhibition, but only to inquire about the Auguste variety. I'm not involved in any official capacity.
Oh, Paimon was sure she got it right this time.
It's a kind of flower that was once popular in Fontaine. The perfume made from it also bears the same name, Auguste.
Auguste, huh? That's not a name you hear often nowadays.
Is it centered? Is it centered around
In an
Milani?
ancient
Or
language, the word is said to mean sacred.
if it
or
is,
noble.
we can get that
It's
in on like
sometimes
Friday.
used as a name for people as well. Ah, that reminds me. Are you familiar with a historical event in Fontaine known as Perfume Mania?
No.
Perfume Mania was an event that occurred in Fontaine nearly 20 years ago. It all started when several merchants released their own lines of high-end, expensive perfumes, marketing them as must-have luxury products, the very symbol of elegance itself. No one anticipated the absolute frenzy this would create on the market, causing the price of perfumes to skyrocket. The demand was twofold. What some saw as a status symbol, most saw as a money-making opportunity. You could take advantage of the soaring price by hoarding them and reselling at even higher margins. The value of these products became so inflated, regular bottles of perfume were even going for hundreds of thousands of mora. This resulted in countless disputes and scams. But at the end of the day, perfume is just perfume. The market value greatly exceeded the intrinsic worth of the product, creating an economic bubble that was never going to last. Luckily, the Palais Mermonia recognized the danger and intervened before the craze could truly spread. Many profiteers and scammers were thrown in jail as a result. In the end, only a few wealthy families were affected when the bubble popped.
What does all this have to do with that Auguste you mentioned earlier?
Oh, good question, Paimon.
Well,
Good question. I
during
was thinking the same
craze,
thing.
The most popular perfume was none other than Auguste. The demand far exceeded the supply, to the point where it once sold for 10 million mora a bottle.
10 million? Then what about now?
It probably sells for like
After the mania
$2.
ended, most perfumes returned to a normal price. Auguste was the only exception. Its namesake, the flower used to create it, went extinct. As a result, no new bottles of Auguste have been made, and the value of the perfume remains exceedingly
How does a
high.
flower go extinct? What?
Indeed. The Auguste flower was not a natural variety, you see. It was specially cultivated for use in perfume making. When the bubble popped, all the flower beds used for its cultivation were destroyed in a fire. The variety has never been seen since.
But didn't you say you came to the exhibition to look for it?
Ah, yes. I came to investigate a certain rumor that the Auguste flower has reappeared in Savannah. It's causing quite the stir in the Fontaine perfume market.
Hey, maybe we can hop into some tribal
Traveler,
quests
we should have
if I have
Emily look
time
for
today,
it.
but I don't know. Who knows? Dude, I'm employed.
I have to agree. Emilie wrote me to ask if I could look into the rumor. But the forest rangers haven't received any reports of new plant species recently.
Even if I can locate the flower, I'm afraid you'll be disappointed, Paimon. I don't have any grand Mora-making endeavors planned.
What?
Divine, noble, one of a kind. All beautiful sentiments, to be sure. But to me, they overshadow the very essence of the product. When it comes to perfume, I want people to forget the price and the prestige and focus on the beauty of the fragrance itself.
Wow, so noble.
Of course, there's also a more practical
Noble
reason.
for a perfumer.
In recent years, low-grade counterfeit versions of Auguste have been popping up on the Fontaine perfume market. Every so often, someone will claim to have recreated the unique scent of Auguste, and the rumor mill will start comparing the counterfeits to my own work.
Okay, that's more like the reason Paimon had in mind.
Ever since that rumor started, 3 new perfumes claiming to be made from the Auguste flower have appeared on the market. If I can dispel the fanaticism surrounding Auguste, even just by proving the rumor to be false, Fontaine's perfume market can finally start to get back to normal. Then I'll be free from all the stories and added meaning and just focus on making what I like.
That makes sense.
Even if it's not for Mora.
Oh, I would of course be grateful for your help, but I wouldn't want to trouble you.
Okay, see ya.
Well, you said it yourself.
One of these quests is gonna be
Travelers
that.
from
One of
abroad
these quests is gonna be like, alright,
only
well,
right that we help
bye.
each other out.
Dude, I'll hate them would have said that. I'll hate them would have been
I
like,
suppose
okay,
you're right.
bye.
Then you have my thanks.
Based on the information I have so far, it's unclear if the rumor is true. Mr. Edgar also thinks it's too early to say, but you could always go talk to him. He was there all those years ago, after all. Maybe he'll know something.
Huh, I was just about to pay him a visit at the hotel.
Edgar? Who's that?
The person you've been trying to guess this whole time. The flower expert in charge of the exhibition. He's also the most respected and experienced perfumer in the area.
Oh.
Back when he was still working
Dude,
at
imagine
Fontaine,
being a perfumer.
Auguste was
No
his
offense,
creation.
Emily, of course.
I should also mention, he was my teacher, the one who taught me the basics of perfumery when I apprenticed in Sumeru.
So this guy was a famous perfumer in Fontaine, but then he came to Sumeru to teach people from Fontaine? It sounds confusing.
It's a long story. If you're interested, we can talk more about it when we see him. He should be staying near the hotel.
I need to stay back and keep an eye on things here at the port. If something happens, don't hesitate to find me.
Are we dropping? A hotel? Go to the hotel. Where is the hotel? We're kind of gaming.
Oh, look at all the flowers!
NPCs are so funny in this game.
Apparently, the
It's like, man, if
exhibit
you're
paid
not
a
playable,
large sum to rent out
you're
the hotel
cooked.
and surrounding buildings. They're being used as temporary storage facilities and lodging for exhibition personnel.
Yeah, what if guests come early? They won't have anywhere to stay. Also, renting out this big of a hotel, how are they gonna make that Mora back?
It's been so long, I almost didn't recognize you, Edgar.
Well, you and your brother haven't changed a bit.
Oh, yeah. All this catching up is nice and all, but let's get down to business.
You can't see it, but I'm
We
jigging.
need to talk about Kyria.
Well, you can see it.
Hold on, we have guests.
It's nice to see you again, Master.
Emily? Is that you? Oh, it's been years. Look at you. You're all grown up. I've heard you've become quite the famous perfumer in Fontaine. It would seem the student has surpassed the master.
Oh, well, it's all thanks to your mentorship.
Ah, hardly. I taught you the basics. Hearing you call me master, well, I'm not sure I'm deserving of that title. I've taught many students here in Sumeru.
But he has
over
flowers
the
I
years,
need.
but I've
In
yet
his
to
little
see one
box,
turn out
his
quite
little
as
his little
accomplished as
plant
you. You're the only
thing.
one who can take credit for that
The pot.
success.
It's a pot.
And who are these two? I don't recall you mentioning them in your letter.
Ah, they're my new friends, the Traveler and
We're
Paimon.
friends already? I guess so.
Emilie's friends. Well then, the pleasure is all mine.
Yeah, Chiori
And
needs
these
those
two
red
gentlemen,
flowers back
are
there.
they friends of yours, Master?
Of course. We're perfume merchants from Fontaine. I'm Oud, and this here is my younger brother, Blaze. Edgar and the two of us are old friends.
Dude, hard
Isn't
guess.
that right,
These guys aren't, good people.
Yes.
Hard guess.
Merchant brothers?
You must be here to look for the August flower then.
Well, what respectable perfume merchant hasn't heard of a goose? Anyone in the business would be interested in the rumors.
I'm guessing you're here for the same reason, Emilie. We were just about to get into it, so you three might as well join in.
Cool.
I commissioned a few eremites to do some scouting for me. They searched all over
Bro, I
Sumeru,
wasn't-
but there were no sightings of the August flower.
I didn't expect Emily's quest to be a
There
Sumeru
are people
quest. That
in
wasn't on the
Ouroboros
table.
Who claim to have smelled a unique fragrance on the streets. Definitely floral, but still distinct. Some of them were merchants who lived in Fontaine 20 years ago. According to them, the fragrance smelled exactly like the Auguste they remember from back then. A one-of-a-kind, divine, and noble scent.
Maybe someone around here just happens to have a bottle of August from back then.
No, I don't think so. I doubt that's the case. Even if someone had a bottle that was never opened, the fragrance of the perfume would have changed over time. Very few perfumes can go decades without a change in scent. Auguste is even more prone to that kind of shift. Only a few bottles still exist in Fontaine, and their scent would have completely degraded by now. Although, could there be a flower out there with a similar fragrance? Or in accord with the same base notes?
Impossible.
Her voice is very
If the
low.
ghosts were that easy to replicate.
It's
they would never
very
sold
low.
for such a high price all those years ago. The Auguste flower is back. It has to be.
Technically speaking, the scent wouldn't be impossible to imitate.
Well, let's
She walks
table that
away from her
question
mic
for now.
halfway through the
Edgar, did
sentence.
any of those people mention where the scent was coming from?
No. By the time they realized they had smelled something, the scent was already gone. If I hadn't asked about it, they probably wouldn't have given the experience a second thought. Compared to things we see and hear, smells can be much easier to overlook.
It almost sounds like someone wearing the Auguste fragrance passed them on the street.
Wait, are you saying...
Just thinking out loud. Don't pay me any mind.
We don't have much to go off of right now, but we can't rule out that possibility. I'll send some more people to investigate. You all traveled so far to be here. Why don't you rest in the hotel for a bit? Oud, Blaze, this is the key to your room.
Ooh, you've got the keys to the rooms? Do we get free lodging too?
Please?
My apologies.
Bro.
All the rooms in the hotel are accounted for, I'm afraid. Most are being used for storage ahead of the exhibition, you see.
Alright, Emily, we're roommates. Sorry.
I managed to tidy up one of the rooms for these two at the last minute. But by the time Emilie wrote to me, there was no more space left for her to stay.
Oh, she's not even staying here?
Oh, and we just
Oh,
showed up
Emily,
out of the blue.
to the
That
streets.
means there's definitely no space for us.
To the streets we go.
I should have been more considerate. Here I am with an entire hotel at my disposal and no place to offer you to stay, even after you made the trip all the way to Sumeru.
Don't worry, Master. I can sleep on the boat tonight. Or I could even camp in the wild. It would give me the opportunity to collect some plant specimens while I'm here in Sumeru. Ah, even better.
Bro, we've been sleeping out in
Although,
the
would it
dirt.
be possible for me
Sumeru.
to leave some of my luggage here? It would be rather cumbersome to take it camping. It shouldn't take up too much space.
Well, about that.
Oh yeah?
Of course, no trouble at all. My brother and I will keep an eye on them for you, as long as you don't mind, mademoiselle.
Mademoiselle. Yeah,
Good.
okay.
Why don't you take
Fontaine
Emily
boys.
inside and find a suitable place for her luggage? I'll prepare some refreshments and join you in a bit.
They definitely don't want anyone here.
I'm sorry I couldn't offer you a room.
It's all right, Master. I know it was sudden.
I'll be sure to make it up to you with a nice cup of tea.
I need those
Whoa,
flowers.
the
Oh my
smell
god.
of flowers is so strong. Didn't Edgar say he tidied up around here? There's still so many flowers. Hyman took a peek through the window earlier and his house was packed with flowers. Looks like this exhibition is gonna be huge.
No, that's a florist thing.
Oh, okay.
Close
She
to
confirmed.
essential oils of various plants. But to maintain a sharp sense of smell, most perfumers prefer to keep their homes free of strong odors.
Oh, guess there's just too much to store for the exhibition then.
Oh, this room seems to be a connected suite, and my brother will be staying on the other side of the suite. Blaze, while you're out, why don't you bring our luggage over as well?
Bro, what? Dude.
Blaze!
Dude, what the fuck?
Yes, of course.
I thought they forgot to
All right,
put
then,
voice
and when
lines
can we
there.
find your
I
luggage,
did.
mademoiselle? Blaze will go fetch it for you.
It's still at the port. In addition to some daily necessities, there's also a case of amber wine that I brought back from Fontaine.
Amber?
Could I trouble you to bring that back as well?
Amber mentioned?
It would be the perfect way to repay you for your hospitality.
How generous. I should thank you on my brother's behalf. You stumbled upon his weakness. He's aloof about most things, but alcohol is his one true love.
Is that so?
It's a Fontaine
Mr.
specialty
Ood,
I've never
Mr.
heard of.
Blaze,
Really?
Thanks for...
Hey, what are you doing?
That's Master's voice.
Oh no, they're playing the music. They're playing the music. They're playing the think music.
Edgar!
Master!
Hey, Edgar! Are you alright?
Bro, it's time.
Who did this?
Kyria. August.
Welcome back,
Kyria.
Ace Attorney.
Edgar? Edgar!
No, don't shake him. He's injured. Just leave him to me. You two can... Oh, thank you.
Dude, we're back on investigations.
I checked. It doesn't look like...
I guess this was a good way. I guess, okay, having an investigation was probably the way to end Fontaine. Because this is, I mean, Unless they make another Fontaine character in the future. This is essentially our
Oh,
last one.
the culprit, I mean. It's not like the culprit could have just disappeared into thin air.
Kid? Oh, but wait, do we have? Oh no, we don't have the book. Maybe it's not a full
That
investigation.
strange smell around here. Is it coming from this bottle? Oh, really? You think so?
I mean, it's flowers.
Do you think whoever did this was hiding in the flowers before they attacked Edgar? True.
I mean, it could be Paimon size.
Well, we looked all over, but the only clue we found was that bottle.
The most important thing we can do now is focus our efforts on treating Master. Can you help me move him inside?
So, how's he doing?
When I administered
Terrible.
emergency
Sorry.
treatment, I discovered a residue in his nose and mouth. Master was most likely forced to ingest a certain liquid. He's still unconscious, and inducing vomiting could obstruct his airways. We'll have to look into other clues for now. Ah, yes. The scent
She
is
didn't
the
answer.
same.
She was a
The
doctor.
chemical
She acts
composition
like a
is
doctor.
still unclear.
I don't even
We'll
understand.
have to do further tests to determine if it's the same liquid and how toxic it is to the human body. But first, I do believe there are two people who could shed some light on the situation. Mr. Sylvain, Mr. Lucien.
Wait, you know...
Hey,
Mhm.
were you talking to us,
Dude,
mademoiselle?
she knew the whole
I've
damn
really
time.
Never heard of those names before.
Well, we can drop the act.
Before arriving in Sumeru, I asked a friend from the Special Patrol to look into the creators of Auguste. There were 4 people in total. The perfumer, Edgar, the one thrust into the limelight, and 3 others. A researcher from Sumeru responsible for cultivating the Auguste flower, and 2 merchant brothers responsible for promoting the product on the market. The 2 brothers capitalized on the mythos surrounding Auguste. Their actions lured in numerous speculators and profiteers, inflating the price of Auguste even further. In the end, they were sent to the Fortress of Meripede for falsifying their accounts and destabilizing the market.
Bro, they're in the
If
they're
you
in
do
the
the
fortress.
They should be out of prison by now.
Oh no,
what does
they're
that have to
out.
do with us? There are countless merchant families in Fontaine. You gonna accuse them of being criminals too?
Every time your brother called you Blaze, it took you several seconds to respond. But when I called you Lucien just now, the name registered immediately.
Damn, got his ass.
Ah, Miss Emilie, out of respect for your position as a famous perfumer in Fontaine, I'm inclined to believe that was simply a poor attempt at humor. You have a bright future ahead of you. You wouldn't want to develop a reputation as someone who throws around false accusations, especially among merchant circles.
You claim to be regular perfume merchants, and yet, when I brought up amber wine, you took it to be alcohol.
What?
Just as I, the Lumines in the back, just as I thought.
Amber wine is a perfume I created several years ago. It wasn't particularly renowned, but I'm certain any respectable perfume merchant in Fontaine would know of it. Unless, until recently, they were living somewhere completely cut off from the perfume world.
She's a smarticle.
Somewhere like The Fortress of Meripede, perhaps?
Emilie, you little.
Oh. Oh shit! Wait, that shot went hard. Fuck! I could have
I don't bring
screenshot that.
this up to criticize you. No matter what happened all those years ago, the court has already passed its judgment. But Master's life is in danger. We need to learn whatever we can about the person who has done this. If Master's attack had something to do with Auguste, I would imagine the two of you might also be in danger. So I'd like to trouble you for some information, if I may. Tell me about Kyria.
Fine, as you wish.
Sylvain,
Lucian, if this will help us find Kyria, then it will be all worth it. Besides, we've already told most of the stuff to the Maison orderly anyway.
Maison.
Miss Emilie, there were 4 of us at the beginning. Myself, Lucian, Edgar, and a researcher from Sumeru in charge of flower cultivation, Vijava. Sometime down the road, the Marechaussee Phantom came knocking, saddled us with a list of accusations, and started looking into our books. Oh, they did their meddling, and my brother Edgar and I were forced to serve time in the fortress as a result.
Sounds like he's still upset about that. Wait, then how did Edgar end up in Sumeru?
Master was convicted as an accomplice, so he only had to serve a few years. He decided to move to Sumeru so that he could put those events behind him. Still, Master was depressed for a long time after that. He stopped making new perfumes and focused on introducing students to the craft instead. That's how I met him. My parents had to relocate to Sumeru for work when I was a child, so I had the chance to study under him for a little while.
Makes sense.
But we can talk about that some other time. I want to hear more about this researcher, Vijava.
Like us, Vijava was also staring down an investigation from the Marechaussee Phantom. But before the Phantom showed up at her door,
Vijava sounds like an
set all
FF12
the
name, and I'm
flower
getting
beds
upset.
on fire, along with much of the mora we managed to earn. All the Auguste flowers, everything we worked to create.
Not only
was
is this
reduced to
Mulani's
nothing
quest,
but a
the setup
pile
is
of
also
ash.
One Piece.
But
One
destroying all
Piece.
that evidence, wouldn't that make things worse for her?
I wanted to do those after I did Act
It didn't
2.
matter at that point, because she died in the fire as well.
So maybe
sounds like
because
you
Act
need
2 is going to be
investigation of
Wednesday,
your own. Why even ask us if
and
you
I guess
knew all of
Friday is
this already?
just a big fat stream. We'll do those. We got the review, the tier list. I have to do them after. Okay, after Act 2. Okay. Are they long? They're probably. Maybe they're long. Maybe they're not long.
The name wasn't mentioned in any of the files I reviewed either. But you two seem quite familiar with him.
Kyria was Vijava's younger brother. He was just a clueless kid back then. Somewhere in his teens, I think. He helped his sister with her work sometimes, but that was pretty much it. He didn't have any idea what we were doing. Vijava kept him close most of the time. The 3 of us were probably the only ones who even knew she had a brother. After our operation was compromised, he disappeared. There were no signs of him until recently, when people started saying the Auguste flower had reappeared in Sumeru.
So, you think Kyria took something with him back then?
This
Something
flower.
that allowed him to reproduce the Auguste flower?
Vijava doted on the kid like you wouldn't believe. She even told us to give her cut to her brother if anything happened to her. If she left something behind before she died, believe me, Kyria's the one that has it.
And judging by the liquid in that bottle, the Auguste flower wasn't the only thing he reproduced. He managed to replicate the perfume itself.
Oh, okay.
So
Hold
the
on.
liquid Edgar was forced to ingest really was Auguste. Wait, does that mean a goose is poison?
Of course it is.
Poison? No, no. Of course not. No perfume is meant to be
Why were they
ingested.
selling it for so high
Even
price
small
if it's
amounts can
fucking
be dangerous,
poison?
let alone ingesting a whole bottle at once. If a goose could be considered a poison, we wouldn't have even sold half a bottle back.
Exactly.
Edgar fell unconscious because Kyria forced him to drink perfume. It just happened to be a goose.
So means he's nervous all of a sudden?
He probably thought we had something to do with his sister's death. But to tell
Oh,
you
she's
the
dead.
truth, I have no idea why she did all that. We're not looking for Kyria because we have it out for him. We just wanted to see how he was doing. And if possible, work together to
Bro,
bring
they're
back
definitely
a
out for him.
ghost. We only went to prison for a bit of fraud and market manipulation. It had nothing to do with the product itself.
Yeah, we've
As
only been to
long as we
prison for
keep
tax
things
fraud.
honest this
Don't,
time
you know.
around,
Dude, we're
bringing
good. We're
the
good
product back
people.
to market
Just like
will almost
Yoshi.
be like honoring his
Dude, Yoshi's a good
sister's
guy,
memory.
but he's been to prison for
So
tax
that's why
fraud.
you never mentioned Kyria during your interrogation?
Yes, exactly. We were just looking out for the kid.
Anyway, that's all we know. If you're looking for information on what's in a goose, or what to do if you ingest it, there are only two people to ask. Edgar or Kyria himself.
Well, at least we're able to say for certain that the substance Edgar ingested was in fact a goose. That gives us a direction for further testing. Well then, I'd say that was a very enlightening discussion.
Well, glad to hear it. Lucian, let's head back to the room and rest a bit. With everything that's happened, there are things that need reconsidering.
Yes,
Here we
of
go.
course.
These two clowns, bro. Emily, what the fuck is the plan?
Oh, you think so too? That does seem to be the case. Pity we don't have more evidence. But based on Sylvain's tone of voice just now, I suspect further questioning will only result in more made-up answers.
The way you exposed them like that, just based on a hunch, that was genius!
You really just a perfumer who look? She probably works as a fucking detective in Fontaine. I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, right! Earlier you said you were only sort of a doctor, and that your patients were unusual.
Oh yes, that's because most of the patients I encounter are already dead.
Oh,
So
she's
you're a forensic doctor?
Close. I'm actually a forensic cleaner. Once
okay,
the forensic
whatever
team
that
and
is,
the
yeah.
Marche Phantom are done collecting evidence from the scene, I'm in charge of clearing away the final traces my patients leave on the world.
That's crazy. What the
In
fuck?
fact,
What do you do
with
that?
just a small alteration to the formula, the same tincture used as the base of perfume can also be made into a cleaning agent. Basically, there are two sides to forensics. Those who collect evidence to expose the truth, and those who clean up the smells, bloodstains, and other substances left behind at the scene. I've learned a lot in my line of work.
That
and
job
I've
has to
witnessed
pay
a lot of
like
death.
big money
But this time,
because nobody
we
would want
may
to do
still
that.
save the patient. Actually, Traveler, could I trouble you to report back to Tainari and the officers at Port Ormos? We should update them on the situation. I'll stay here and continue to look after Master. Now that we have a sample of Auguste, I'm hoping further analysis won't be too difficult.
I like that a goose is always in parentheses. What do you guys say?
Master looks a lot older than when I last saw him. I just hope he can hold on.
I'm still thinking about your comment, Michael.
Why the
Dude,
rush?
it's One Piece
Did
can
something
mean
happen?
so many things. Oh my god. It's what?
Edgar was attacked.
Dude, One Piece is so
He's the most famous
versatile.
perfumer in the region. Someone who's helped countless people around Port Ormos. How could this happen?
Sheriff, have you received any reports of a suspicious individual fleeing through the bazaar?
No, but we've got eyes all over the area. I'm sure someone's seen Kiria. I'll start gathering my forces. We won't let him get away.
Bam, 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 bam.
What about you, Tainari? Do you have a plan?
I'm sure the sheriff can handle things over at the scene, and I doubt Emilie needs my help looking after Mr. Edgar.
He says, I'm just gonna go fuck off, actually.
She said she's not a real doctor.
Then she was far too modest. She may not be a doctor by trade, but she has a deeper understanding of human anatomy and pharmacology than most scholars from the Amorta Darshan. Not to mention the fact that Mr. Edgar's condition is
Yeah, she
related
seems
to
like a
perfume.
smarticle particle.
Emilie is certainly in the best position to help him. As for me, I'll head to the academia and see what I can learn about Vijava and Kiria.
Oh, that's right. Vijava was supposed to be a scholar from Sumeru. Do you recognize the name?
From Emilie's letter, certainly, but that was the first time I'd heard of it. The academia produces a lot of scholars, and there are plenty of graduates who choose to pursue a career outside their darshan. I didn't have time to look into it earlier, but now it seems like Vijava's past could be critical to getting to the bottom of what happened to Mr. Edgar. I have friends in Sumeru City that can help me investigate. With any luck, we'll have news to share by tomorrow. I'll leave you and Emilie to
Don't
watch
you
over
fucking
things here in
dare.
Port Ormos.
Don't you fucking dare. Don't you do it. This game fucking sucks. It sucks. It sucks. Why do I have to do this? Why do I have every time? It's every time, every quest, everywhere, any time of the day. Why can't we just put me there? Just, dude, fade the black. Bada bing, bada boom. I don't need to spin the wheel. Bro, it's like they put this wheel in here and then they realize, dude, nobody uses this thing. we gotta make them use it. God. Anyway.
Well, it's been a day. Wonder if Tainari's discovered anything. But things weren't looking...
Emily doesn't look very happy. Well, I mean, I don't
Under
think she
critical
would be,
condition,
but
thankfully, he's still very weak, but with a bit more rest, he should regain consciousness soon. My chemical analysis of a goose also went smoothly, although it certainly raised some questions. I was able to identify the components that give the substance its fragrance, but I also noticed an abnormal trace of elemental energy in the sample.
Elemental energy?
Hard to say. It was such a minute amount.
probably
proportionally
visionless
speaking,
people get blown away
like
by that
mixing a
shit.
single drop of perfume into the ocean. I had to use one of the newest tests developed in recent years to even detect the traces present in the sample. Unless you were abnormally sensitive to elemental energy, I doubt it would have any effect, even if you use the product every day for 10 years. As for whether Master's condition was caused by the elemental energy present in the sample or some other component of the perfume, it's still too early to say.
Oh, that reminds Paimon. Did Tainari come and find you? Maybe we could ask him to take a look.
I received a message from him last night, but I haven't heard anything since. The message said he was looking into some information at the academia.
Oh!
Dude,
then I
Tainari
thought he
being a
might have
big
stopped
part of
by
this
to see us
quest?
first. Excuse me? Is Miss Emily here?
Oh, look, it's Cole.
Oh, perfect! Familiar faces! Traveler, Paimon, you're here too!
Kale. Ah, of course. Tainari's apprentice. He's mentioned you many times. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. And please, no need for formalities. Emily is just fine.
Oh, okay. Nice to meet you too, Miss, Emily. Did Tainari send you here, Kale?
Green Amber.
Master and the others went through decades worth of records last night, and still haven't had a chance to rest. I'm fast on my feet, so it only made sense for me to come and give you an update. Anyway, based on what they've reviewed so far, they believe there's no indication that a researcher by the name of Vijava ever passed through the academia.
Could have been an
Master
alias.
considered that possibility
That
as
name
well,
does sound
but the
weird,
name
so...
wasn't the only dead end. Master tried to track down people with a similar research direction or background, but also couldn't find a match. How is that possible?
It's starting to seem very likely.
She was probably
If
from
we want to
Fontaine.
figure out her true identity, I'm afraid another conversation with those two merchants might be our only...
Hey! Lucian!
That voice!
It's Sylvain! Wait, you don't think Curio came back, do you?
That seems impossible. If someone came in or out of the hotel just now, we would have seen them. It's locked?
It's locked? Why does she sound so surprised?
There's no one here.
Lucian! Lucian!
That's Sylvain's voice!
Lucian! Lucian! Come on! Wake up!
Bro's cooked. Dead. They got him.
Emily, Emily, my brother, he's gonna be okay, right? He's just unconscious. Like what happened to Edgar?
I mean, she can
I'm
tell if
sorry,
she's
Mr.
dead or not.
Sylvain.
Oh my god, did boy just died?
Too late this time.
Oh shit.
No, that's not possible.
Where did he die from? Well, he mentioned just like
Traveler,
Edgar.
Kale,
Did
Mr.
he
Sylvain
also-
has gone through a huge shock.
Did he also
He
drink?
needs some space to calm down. Could one of you take him next door? It's not good for him to look at his brother's body like this.
Of course. Leave it to me.
Thank you both. Mr. Sylvain, let's get you up. Here, take my hand. Nice and
I mean,
slow.
she's like the dead people investigation crew.
We'll take things from here. Just focus on getting some rest. Here, this way.
So she'll figure this shit out. She's got a cool. That's a cool like profession. Like I didn't. She's just posing as a perfumer. That's funny.
Poor guy. He's like a shell of his former self. He may have made some bad decisions in life, but right now, Paimon can't help but feel sorry for him.
Good person or bad, the death of a loved one is equally painful. All the moments he shared with his brother, every hardship and triumph they endured together, are now memories he has to carry alone.
If Curio really was behind this, then what exactly did he do to Lucian?
That's what we're gonna find
Lucian
out.
can
Paimon.
no longer speak, but the traces left behind by his death most certainly can. Traveler, I've got things covered here at the scene. I'll leave you to contact the sheriff.
Who would have thought? Yesterday's case is still up in the air, and now this happens. Miss Emily, I heard you're an experienced forensic doctor. Have you been able to discover anything?
Oh, I'm not actually a forensic doctor. I just happen to have some relevant knowledge.
Bro,
I did take
what?
a look, though.
What are you?
Judging by the temperature and rigidity of the body, it appears the time of death was sometime last night. I'd have to do a more thorough investigation to find out more.
Then, would you mind helping us investigate? Before he left,
Bro, if she's just part of, if she's
trust your
just
judgment if
part of the
something like this were to
fucking
happen.
Fontaine.
Of course, I appreciate your trust. Many of the traces left behind at the scene will fade with time, so the sooner we investigate, the better.
We'll help too. We don't know much about dead bodies, but you can leave the other clues to us.
I was gonna say they're gonna play the investigation music again.
Pupils are dilated, skin is flushed. No overt external injuries or signs of a struggle.
Doesn't seem like a person could hide inside. Seems familiar somehow. Oh, that's the same stuff like Tenari gave us? Mondstadt, Inazuma. I think that... Okay, I can't tell the other ones. I think that one in the middle is Leeway.
And the windows are shut tight too. Seems like the only way to get in would have been through Sylvain's room. Well, looks like we've investigated as much as we can. Let's go report back to Emilie and Shiam.
So, did you find anything?
Paimon can show you. Here, it'd be something like this.
Is Paimon drawing? Oh shit! Dude, Paimon map? So they would have to come through this door?
But entering through the room next door without alerting Sylvain... Wait, you don't think Sylvain could have been the one who...
No, his reaction to the loss of his brother seemed genuine, and he doesn't have a motive.
Yeah, it's like I don't really see
could
a
have happened
reason
last
why he
night?
would have done that.
I know Sylvain is still in shock, but he's our only available witness. We have to take his statement.
I agree. Also, I've made some new discoveries, so we might as well head next door and go through everything together.
Bro, Global Dokkan lagging? What is this, dude? The game is dead. Like, everybody log off so I can do my missions. Oh my god. Can't believe people have the audacity to play Global. Get the fuck off the game. Yeah. Sorry. Okay, I got missions to do. Let's see. Legendary Vegeta event? People still playing? Well, I am. I'm getting my last multi here. Not last multi, but... Powerful comeback. Otherworld Warriors. Okay, worthy rivals. What are we thinking? Siblings bond? Joined forces? Gifted warriors? Namek Saga? Bond of Master and Disciple? Super Saiyan 2! Shin Power? Planetary Destruction? Can I do any of these at the same time? Low class warrior, Goku family, movie bosses, realm of gods. I can do Goku family and realm of gods at the same time.
Good roll. Alright, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work.
You either pull the unit and log off, or don't pull the. Well, no. If you pull the unit, you have to do the event, or the Dokkan event. Yeah. Okay, we go Goku family and realm of gods. Leaves us with a couple of characters, but we can use UI Goku, AGL UI Goku, Tech God Goku, STR UI Goku, Physical God Goku. Yep, and we're gaming. Bro, why didn't AGL?
The world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from.
Why didn't Blue Kaioken, like AGL Blue Kaioken, Easy A? What were they cooking? Okay. Let's not stall. Enter Sylvain's room.
Mr. Sylvain, I need you to tell me everything you and your brother did since yesterday afternoon. Did you see or hear anything strange?
He had Cole, so he was happy.
After Kiria attacked Edgar, my brother and I were incredibly careful. We returned to our rooms and decided to lock all the doors leading to the hallway. The only door we kept unlocked was the one connecting our rooms. That way, if we heard any commotion coming from the other room, we could help each other. But I didn't hear any sort of commotion last night. Not a single noise. I woke up this morning, opened the door, and Lucian was...
So, no movement from the room next door. No forced entry via Sylvain's room. No signs of a struggle at the scene. And no external injury on Lucian's body. What kind of cause of death are we dealing with here?
I did notice a few things about the body. Lucian's pupils were dilated and his skin was flushed. Very similar to Master's symptoms after the attack yesterday.
So did he drink the bottle?
Mouth or nose,
No,
so
he's
it's unlikely
so...
he was forced to ingest anything.
Okay, so he didn't.
The more plausible explanation is that he inhaled a substance without knowing it. And I'd say that substance was likely a goose.
A goose? No, that's not possible. Inhaling a goose won't kill you. And anyway, it would have been for just one night.
So he did it. I love Milani, actually. I'm glad I got this go. Milani's a cool character so far. Is this a murder mystery? It seems like it. It wasn't 2 minutes ago, but now it is.
No, that's not what I meant. Emilie, you ran your tests, didn't you?
Like it was like a hit and run investigation a couple minutes ago.
I didn't find any.
And then someone died, and now it's both.
See, a ghost is harmless. The market response proved that.
It's pronounced Emilie. I pronounce it Emilie. Am I stupid?
That may be true.
I thought
for most people.
Oh, he just got up.
But not for everyone.
You got up. Why is it spelled Emilie? That's why I was confused as well. But it's Emilie. It's just Emilie.
Edgar, you're up and about already?
No, you're stupid. Apparently, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've been calling her Emilie since.
Out of the woods for now. Sylvain, no matter how hard you may try to hide it,
but it's a fantasy game, so like your brain is in the right place. That's why I called like Barbara that one time, because like I just didn't think that a normal name would be in the game.
Not if he's doing all of this for Yelena.
Emilie. Ah. So this is her real name. We're getting real information now.
That's Vijava's real name.
Okay.
Yelena
Easy.
wasn't a scholar from Sumeru. She was an exiled Fatus from Snezhnaya.
Fatus? From Snezhnaya? Wait, now we're getting real info. Whoa, wait, whoa.
That means the elemental energy present in Auguste was...
Ah, so you've already detected it.
Was it delusion?
Well, Sylvain,
RNG, hello.
looks like there's truly no reason to hide things.
Yeah, Green
now.
Amber's here, yep.
Oh,
The Auguste flower was created with the mutative and
It is a
distorted
delusion.
power
Whoa, shit.
of a delusion.
Well, now we're talking.
the
Now we're
Fatui
deep
delusions.
shit. Deep business.
I never would have thought Auguste was hiding this many secrets.
Born of
Bro, I knew
delusion,
this
Auguste
perfume shit
contained
wouldn't be so
distorted
simple.
Elemental energy.
I knew this perfume
Exposure
shit wouldn't
over
be
many
so
years
simple,
could
bro.
have a harmful
I'm sitting here like,
effect
nah,
on
dude, there's
the
gonna be some
body.
crazy shit in this fucking perfume. And here we are.
that's enough, Edgar. I'll take it from here. At first, Yelena wanted to keep refining the perfume and the flower. But no one knew how long the perfume mania was going to last back then. It didn't have any effect on ordinary people anyway. Every day we postponed going to market was another day of lost earning potential.
On ordinary people? What does
So
he
you
mean by that?
decided poisoning people was worth the risk?
Listen, it's not like it was good for business.
Bro.
Talk about Auguste being harmful over time. Yelena was just speculating. The impact was practically negligible. Unless you were particularly sensitive to elemental energy or had an entire bottle shoved down your throat like Edgar. You could use the product for decades and be completely fine.
It may be true there are no records of Auguste poisoning in Fontaine. But even if no one was acutely poisoned, willfully bringing a product to market despite explicit knowledge of its harmful effects is still a serious crime.
Also, we know delusions can kill people. So, I mean, hey, case closed.
That explains why you were so intent on keeping Yelena and Kiria's involvement a secret all this time, despite readily confessing to all your financial crimes.
Bro, let's go to Fontaine right now and put him on trial.
Illusions, Auguste. If the Marechaussee Phantom discovered the connection between the three, there would have been enough evidence to send you to the Fortress of Meripede for life.
Yeah, but the fortress ain't that bad.
If I'd known coming to Sumeru would put a target on my back, I would have been more than happy to stay there.
No, she takes that perfume shit serious.
Still be alive. All these years without any sign of Kyria, and he pops up out of nowhere the minute my brother and I get out of prison? It couldn't be any clearer who the kid's after. Auguste was harmless before. The fact that it's killing people all of a sudden must be his doing as well.
Maybe he's also
So there's
from.
bad blood between you.
Well, he is from
What about
Snezhnaya
Yelena's
because that's
death?
his
Was that a cover-up
sister.
too? A way to destroy evidence?
Oh my god, what if she's
I'll
alive?
admit, we thought about it at one point. We took care to disguise the product circulating on the market, and no one was questioning Yelena's fake identity. But if the Marechaussee Phantom decided to look into the flower beds, it would have been the end. Yelena's ties to the Fatui, the role of the delusion, everything would have been exposed.
Bro, imagine having to use a
Put our
delusion,
plan
by
in
the way.
motion. Yelena
I know
beats to it.
the Harbingers use
She burned
delusions
all
because
her
like
flower beds
they can do both,
and
so
threw
they have
herself
two
into the
elements.
fire as well.
But if her goal was to destroy evidence, there would have been no reason
But like as
to
a
do that to
normal
herself.
person, imagine having to use
Yeah,
it. Imagine
she
not
could've
getting
just
a
burned
vision.
the flower bed
Could not
with
be
her
me. I'd have a
brother.
vision. Now I don't
I
know
thought
who would
about
give
it
me
for
the
a
vision.
long
Like I don't know
time,
what
but it wasn't
what
until
element I'd
just
get.
now that I finally
But I would have a
understood
vision, I promise.
her reasoning. Everything she did, it was for her brother, Kyria. One of the reasons they defected from the Fatui was the deterioration of Yelena's body due to her excessive use of a delusion. She didn't want her brother to follow in her footsteps after her death. After arriving in Fontaine,
Why is
Yelena
Amber
continued using the delusion
0.7
to
here?
cultivate the Auguste
Because
flower, weakening her body
the actual
even further.
reason, the
There were
actual reason
times when she couldn't even walk.
is Tenari was too lazy to deliver the message back to himself, so he just sent Cole. I'm so serious. Tenari was like, "I'm good. Cole, you got it," and he sent her over, and now she's here, and now she's here, and now she's an accomplice. Now she's a full witness now, so it's her problem.
So she couldn't flee with her brother because she was afraid of holding him back.
If her true identity was exposed, she and her brother would face pressure from both Snezhnaya and Fontaine. The Auguste flower and Yelena's own corroded body both bore the mark of a delusion. There would have been no way.
Tenari is my guy. Dude, these academic people are so funny.
She burnt it all to ash, including herself.
They're all the
With
worst
all
possible
evidence
college
erased,
students.
Kyria was free to take the Mora and run.
So the wealth you earned from Auguste, it wasn't destroyed in the fire. Yelena gave it to her brother?
Most likely.
Most likely.
Before Yelena died, she said if anything happened to her, she was going to leave everything to her brother. We just didn't realize she meant our cut as well.
they're just trying to get their cut of the money, bro.
To take back our Mora and the Auguste flower. We just didn't realize Kyria was baiting us the whole time. It was all a trap.
Zero normal academia students.
Anyway,
Yeah, because even Lisa is not normal.
I don't think he knew his sister was nearing death. Yelena,
When she's not flirting, she's doing nothing. Lazy
to
ass.
conceal her deteriorating appearance.
How do these guys even go to school with their attitudes?
To keep out of sight. That way her brother wouldn't notice. Oh, she could barely walk.
Then all we'll need to do is tell Kyria what really happened, and then he'll give up on his revenge.
Yeah,
I'm
Paimon,
not
very
so
simple.
sure. Even if he knew the truth, he'd still find someone to blame. He might think Yelena was forced into using a delusion to cultivate a Auguste, or something like that.
Is Cole speaking from experience?
It's hard to pull yourself out of that kind of hatred.
She is.
Especially when you've been living in that headspace for so many years.
Very true. Even if Yelena's death.
Do I have
was her
Cole
own choice,
friendship up? I should listen to
wouldn't call
her
myself
voice
innocent
lines.
either.
Edgar,
I know Cole has deep
what are you
lore.
talking about?
Think about it, Sylvain. If we hadn't been in
We gotta
such a
count
hurry
the
to
normal people in this
capitalize
game on Friday? Okay.
Perfumania all those years ago, do you think
Normal
Yelena
people
would have
tier list. It's
elected
just
to
two
take those
tiers.
risks?
Normal,
If
not
we hadn't
normal.
been so blinded by greed, so insistent on increasing the scale of the flower cultivation, do you think Yelena's health would have deteriorated as fast as it did? If we hadn't invited the Marechaussee Phantom to our doorstep by breaking the law at every turn, Yelena could have survived.
She knew
You're gonna make
her
one too?
limits.
Okay.
She knew her days were numbered. Maybe it was for her brother, but she was in it for the Mora just as much as us. We were just trying to earn a bit of Mora. And what, we deserve to die for that? Target me for being the mastermind, sure. But what about Lucien? He was just following my orders. Lucien's crime Was it really so extreme that he had to pay for it with his life?
Oh no, but
The only person that can answer that question is a judge.
yeah, get Nouvelette in here.
Fine. I've said my piece anyway. Drag me back to Fontaine to stand trial. I don't care.
I do wonder if we're gonna go to
3 people
Fontaine.
from Fontaine, 1 from Snezhnaya, and a crime committed in Port Ormos. What a headache.
I actually do wonder if we're gonna go to Fontaine because that, like,
Well,
she's a
we can only
Fontaine
wait
character.
until the Academia sends someone to deal with it. I'm guessing we'll have to contact Fontaine as well.
Oh my God,
In any case,
tomorrow.
we won't really know
Oh,
anything
here we
until
go.
tomorrow. With the exhibition, we don't even have space in Port Ormos to detain anyone. Such a headache.
The hotel could suffice. You could station a few officers to keep an eye on Sylvain and myself. Although with Sylvain's mental state and my physical one, I don't think you need to worry about a jailbreak.
Mr. Edgar, are you saying...
If Sylvain is to stand trial, then I deserve the same fate. A crime is a crime. Accomplice.
Bro, imagine making illegal perfume. What the fuck were these guys on?
Before I go, say goodbye to my plants and all that. As for Sylvain, I'm sure he also has some goodbyes of his own. Would you be willing to grant that request, Sheriff?
Well, all right. I'll talk to the Academia. No matter who you were in Fontaine or what crimes you committed, the man we grew to know in Sumeru proved himself to be a good person. Your request is granted.
Nice.
You have my thanks, Sheriff.
Doesn't that mean something can still happen tonight?
Oh, you mean the possibility that Kiria might try to finish what he started?
Yeah, all we know is that he uses a goose to poison people, but we still have no idea how to catch him in the act. If he targets Sylvain or Edgar again, we might not be able to stop him.
That may be true, but what if we can take advantage of his desperation? If we take advantage of this situation and lure
We can
him
lure
in
him. Where are
on
we gonna
purpose,
lure him here? I mean, if he's in
we might finally
Sumeru.
have the chance to talk to him.
Master, no. That's too dangerous.
So, that's your plan.
Dude, I'm in.
If Kiria learns we're being taken away tomorrow, his last chance to enact his revenge
Would be tonight. Yep, cook.
In other words, you want to use us as bait to capture him.
Capture? Not necessarily. I just want to talk. What? Are you afraid of him?
Afraid? This is my only chance to make him pay for what he did.
Okay, whoa.
I'm spending the
Everybody
rest of
back
my
up.
life in prison anyway. I can't just sit back and let him ride off into the sunset with our fortune. There's no way I'm letting him get away with it. Not after what he did to Lucian. As for the danger, everyone else just needs to make preparations in advance to protect us.
I'll admit, it could work. We just need to spread the word that Edgar and Sylvain are leaving tomorrow. Then I'll station some of my men around the hotel. If we have your assistance as well, our chance of success would be even higher.
I still have some reservations. But if you insist on carrying out this plan, I won't deny you my help.
If we stand guard,
I'll
it's good.
also keep watch.
Dude, Cole.
Although I think Sylvain and myself should remain alone in our respective rooms. If Kiria noticed another person in the room, he might decide to turn back. And besides, it's possible he's already transformed Auguste into a potent toxic gas.
You mean if he doesn't see a way to get his hands on the two of you, He might get so desperate that he'll just start using a
He'll
goose
just
as
use it on
anchor.
everyone.
If that were to happen,
Hey, it won't affect me though. I'm different.
guard. Even the innocent citizens in Port Ormos would
If
all
like
be in
if we don't have a
danger.
vision,
That's why
we can't use the
everyone else
we wouldn't be
needs
able to
keep
use a
to the
delusion either.
shadows.
Cole's eyes are like a blob of purple. Let's see. Next time
You're
Cole's on
still
screen.
recovering.
Oh, they are. Well, that's because her eyes are like just a simple shape. She has like the simple shape eyes. Like they weren't getting creative with her eyes back in the day. Like Lumine is also simple. Paimon is simple, but she has like the white in her
Figure out a plan to keep
pupils. She has
watch
white
later.
pupils instead of.
Right now, I say we split up. Start spreading that information before it's too late.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm transforming with the UI. Or are we just telling people, hey, dude, guys, these random people you've never heard of are leaving tomorrow?
Have you heard? Mr. Edgar's been detained. He's being taken away tomorrow.
What?
Oh, well, Edgar people would know.
Fragrances for our shop.
He taught my child how to make perfume. How could this happen?
He hasn't been convicted yet. Let's just wait and see what the court has to say.
Why is he
Everyone
British?
on the street is talking about the rumors. No matter where Kiri is hiding, he must have heard them by now. Let's head back to the hotel and take a break. We can see how the other preparations are going while we're at it.
Turn to the area near the end. They keep putting me downstairs. I have to keep going back up. Well, I can confirm we can confirm the Cole. Wait, huge? Yeah, she has like normal eyes in comparison to fucking Fariner. Fariner has the ooh-woo? No, she doesn't. She might. I never noticed that. Anyway. Nicola's eyes are fun. Fosalor gave her those eyes for fun. I mean, she is Fos. She is like Fosalor, except that she's not. Anyway, back to my ragtag group of team.
Emilie, Sheriff Xian wants to talk to you and the Traveler about our plans for the Night Watch.
Thank you, Kale. But first, here, I prepared a kind of herbal tea that helps calm the spirit. Why don't you have some?
Oh, that's very kind of you, but I'm okay.
Oh, it's not good to be so tense, especially when we've got a long night ahead of us. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I couldn't help but notice that something seems to be on your mind.
Oh, Cole's relevant to the content.
Was it that obvious?
You seem very preoccupied with Kiria's revenge. If there's anything you want to talk about, I'm happy to listen.
Oh, Hey, Emilie, Kale. Oh, are we interrupting something? No, not at all. This will be easier to talk through with you here anyway. I've just been thinking. If Kiria has the capacity to commit murder while remaining completely undetected, why didn't he target Sylvain along with Lucien last night?
Another good question. That's a good question.
Separating them. If his intention was to target both brothers, then there was barely anything standing in his way. Don't you think? When I accompanied Sylvain to his room after Lucien died and saw how distraught he was, I suddenly realized maybe Kiria did that on purpose. Maybe he wanted Sylvain to experience the pain of losing a loved one before he completed his ultimate revenge.
That's,
So did he
that's
attack
kind
Edgar
of
as a warning
fucked.
then? To scare Sylvain and Lucien?
Based on what we've heard about Curia, that may very well be the case.
Losing his sister all those years ago. What has been going through his
Wait,
head?
dude, I kind of...
What
They
has he
probably
been
said
forced
what
to
she
endure?
died from, and I missed it.
Whenever I get to
We're
think
too busy
about that,
yapping.
I just can't help but wonder. If I were in his place, would I be able to let go of that hatred?
Unfortunate. You said the Cole lore is
I'm
in
sorry.
the
I know I
Amber
shouldn't
stuff.
think like that.
The
Not
Amber
after everything
comic.
he's done.
We're good on
But
that.
I
But it'd be
just
cool if
can't help
they put it in the game somewhere.
There's nothing wrong with the way you're feeling. Empathy is a part of human nature. In all my years of cleaning up crime scenes, I've witnessed countless families mourn their loved ones. Their cries of devastation and anger still echo through my mind, even now. Some of them even try to stop me, begging me not to erase the last remnants of their loved ones. But getting swept up in those emotions will corrupt your judgment. Surround yourself with fragrance for too long, and your sense of smell will become dull. Allow yourself to be consumed by your emotions, and you lose the ability to think rationally. So while you hold on to that sense of empathy, you also need to ask yourself, do Sylvain and Lucien really deserve to die? How much did they truly know about the Fatui and the delusion? Did they force Yelena to make those decisions? Answering those questions
I'm
requires
glad they
a
zoomed
lot
in
of
on her
time
eye
and
there because
evidence.
I was really
While a
interested.
single
We're having
act
the
of
eye
vengeance
talk.
can put those
I was really
answers
interested in what
forever
her eyes
out of
looked like.
reach. I've witnessed a lot of deaths in Fontaine. When someone dies, a certain amount of information can be inferred from the traces left behind at the scene. But generally speaking, death will just leave most questions unanswered, and the whole picture ever incomplete.
Once you're consumed by hatred, it will become next to impossible to think about things that way. For someone like Curia, I'm sure right and wrong lost all meaning a long time ago.
You're right. The fact that we can approach these questions from this perspective isn't because we're more rational than them. It's because we're fortunate enough not to have suffered that kind of loss. But that also makes us perfectly positioned to stand on the outside and try to pull them back from the brink before it's too late. I understand Curia's decision, but I still want to stop him. Master, Sylvain, and Curia. They all deserve to survive.
The fortunate and the unfortunate.
Emilie, Traveler. Huh? Edgar, you're here too?
Oh, it's you two! Didn't you head back to your room to rest, Edgar? Is it really okay for you to be out and about like this?
That is cool as a literate ass no one. Fortunate beings. Leave her alone.
I don't have much time left in Sumeru.
Tainari taught,
So I'd like to
taught
take
her.
care of my plants while I still can.
We could do that for you, Master.
No need. I've grown attached to these flowers, and this is my last chance to say goodbye. Come
Wait.
tomorrow.
Panties of a hot babe?
I'll be happy to entrust
Chat?
their care
Hold?
to you.
Hold?
I would imagine Sheriff Sham is here for a more important
Never mind. We're good.
reason.
Never mind.
The night
False
watch.
alarm, false alarm, false
You
alarm.
mentioned earlier that we still need to confirm our plans.
That's right. I've stationed some of my men around the surrounding area, but we still don't have anyone standing guard next to Sylvain's room. Exactly. After some discussion, we concluded that Sylvain has the highest risk of being attacked next. You're the most skilled fighter here, Traveler. And Emilie's expertise is sure to come in handy in a pinch. That's why I want you two stationed next to Sylvain's room.
Are we gonna play as Emilie?
Are you up for it?
Dude, they've been kind of
perfectly
cheaping
reasonable.
out on some of these quests.
I'll be glad to have your
Some
help
quests you
tonight,
play as the
Traveler.
character, some quests you don't. Dude, I have to ask myself, dude, it's up in the air sometimes.
My men and I will be stationed nearby to monitor the situation. A warning will be issued if any unusual activity is detected.
I'll head into the mountains to keep an eye on everyone coming in and out of the area. Just leave the wilderness surveillance to the forest rangers.
Forest Rangers, you're such a loser, Ollie. Oh, yeah. Forest Rangers. Dork squad.
Shouldn't you be standing guard in the room next door? I would hate for Kyria to notice you here, an abandoned ship.
Huh. Not a peep. Has Kyria given up on his revenge? Guess we'll have to keep at it. Still nothing unusual. Paimon took a peek into the room next door and Sylvain's already sleeping.
Perhaps Kyria's true motive was simply forcing Sylvain to confess his crimes. No, that can't be right. If all he wanted was for Sylvain to be convicted for his true crimes, he could have tipped off the Marechaussee Phantom years ago. There must be something we're missing. Something extremely important.
Maybe we just need to calm down a little. How about some tea? That herbal blend from earlier was pretty tasty.
I mean, maybe he doesn't commit the crime directly, and he... Because if they're using the perfume, then that just means he just has to make it smell in the room, and then they just...
You're right. Maybe we can look for a different distraction then,
Ooh.
like looking at the flowers.
Is it the flowers?
There's a glaze lily here. Paimon didn't notice it earlier.
Leeway. It wasn't blooms. They only bloom at
Flowers,
night.
glaze lilies,
Incense.
incense.
Maybe it's the ingredients.
Sylvain's room, quick!
She figured it out.
Wait, what?
Lying unmoved on the bed, fully unconscious.
Hey, did you hear? Someone was attacked again last night.
It was the older of the merchant brothers, right?
He just used the instead of using the actual
Poor guy was
bottle.
murdered in cold blood.
First it was Mr. Edgar, then that merchant named Lucian, and now this.
Listen up, everyone.
Is he dead?
This is an active crime scene. Please, no loitering.
It's been 3 days and they haven't even caught a glimpse of the guy. What is going on?
Do you think it could be the work of an evil spirit?
It is. Yep. Yep. Confirmed.
I mean, how do you get away with something like that with so many people watching?
Keep it moving, everyone. No loitering.
Loitering's banned. I'll ban any loiterers. Mods, ban the loiterers. Edgar's alive.
I suppose I'm next.
Oh, is that guy? He actually kick it?
You don't know that. Kyria already attacked you once, and you survived. Perhaps he doesn't consider your crime to be worthy of death.
You were the only reason I managed to survive, Emilie. I never did.
I'm banned? Fuck. I'm cooked.
Even if I wasn't there, Tainari was also in the vicinity. He would have been able to help.
Is that so? I suppose I'm a very fortunate person then. I have exceptional students. caring friends, and the respect of my peers. If it is indeed my time to go, then I'll die without regrets. But Kyria has nothing. Yelena is gone. Now his enemies are too. It really makes you wonder if there's even a reason to keep on living.
If you really want an answer, I suppose you'll have to ask Kyria himself once we finally catch him.
Well, I hope it all goes well. Emilie, there's something else I'd like to ask of you. With everything that's happened, holding the exhibition is off the table now.
Oh yeah, we're still thinking about that?
Many flowers were transported here for the show. Some of them thousands of miles away from their homeland. I can't let them wither away with no one to care for them. Whether Kyria gets to me first, or I'm sent back to Fontaine to stand trial, I won't be around to look after them. I know it's a lot to ask, but could I entrust them to your care?
Of course, Master.
Really? Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Now
she's a florist.
truly have nothing
The woman
to
of
worry about.
the woman of many professions.
Sheriff Sham still has some questions for me, so I've gotta go.
Go ahead. Best not to keep him waiting. He can be quite impatient.
I'm sorry, Master.
It's definitely got to do with.
Another all-nighter.
Oh.
Paimon sure hopes Emily's plan will go well.
Oh. Wait. Wait.
Worried. Let's go talk to her.
Wait. Are we getting gypped?
Emily still isn't back. I hope she didn't run into any trouble.
I think Emilie figured it out.
Yeah, that's true.
Traveler, I had my men start spreading the information you requested. The crowd is gone now too, but I have to admit, I'm not really sure what's going on. After listening to Emily's plan, I started getting the materials together and arranging personnel. I barely had a second to spare last night. To be honest, I'm still not sure how the crime was committed that night.
It's pretty simple, actually.
It was right in front of us the entire time. Let's go. We'll show you where the culprit hit a goose.
And the flowers. Bump. Oh, points? Remember?
This is it.
Glazed lily, huh? I think I've heard of it before.
Because it doesn't bloom until nighttime, it doesn't have a scent.
Well, did you know it only blooms at night?
Emily, you're back.
Exactly as expected.
A flower that only blooms at night. Ah, like the Neelit Pala lotus.
Exactly. Although the Neelit Pala lotus wouldn't be a good substitute in this scenario. When it's closed, the gaps between the petals are too large. That's why Kyria chose
They
the
put it
glaze lily as
in
his
the
mechanism.
flower.
He would
So
start
when
by
it
preparing the goose
blooms.
sample.
Okay, wait, hold on. Whoa. Okay, yes, donking.
If applied to the outside,
You would still be able to smell a goose even in the daytime.
I just like
If poured into the flower pot, the liquid would seep into the soil. That might prevent the substance from taking effect.
I
There's
like
a
hearing
sticky
her speak.
substance on the edge of the flower petals. It's one I recognize. If you stick the petals together with slime condensate, then in the daytime, the glazed lily would act almost like a hidden container.
That's right! He applied a diluted form of slime condensate to the petals to stick them together and enclosed a sample of agouste in the center. That way, the agouste would remain trapped inside during the daytime, unable to seep between the petals and evaporate into the air. This also allowed the culprit to plant the poison well in advance, while his targets remained oblivious. However, the diluted slime condensate wouldn't be viscous enough to prevent the petals of the glazed lily from opening at night. So by nightfall, the flower would bloom, thereby forcing the target to inhale the agouste trapped inside.
Wowzers.
Could execute his revenge without having to step foot inside the room during the night.
By the next morning, the sample of agouste would have nearly fully evaporated.
But then he'd have to do it again,
its
though.
petals, and any lingering odor would be concealed by the fragrance of the other flowers in the room.
Wait a second. You're telling me this version of a goose is so toxic, inhaling the minute amount trapped inside a flower is enough to kill a grown man? And how did Edgar even survive ingesting a whole bottle of the stuff?
That's because agouste is just as dangerous now as it was all those years ago. The level of toxicity has never changed. Only a small subset of people are truly at risk.
Ah, you mean people who are sensitive to elemental energy. So it's just some sort of happy coincidence that Sylvain and Lucien are allergic to the stuff?
No, I think it's because they worked on it, right?
They were involved in the operation all those years ago. If the stuff gave them a bad reaction, they would have known from the very start.
I wouldn't use the word allergic necessarily. It's more like they're susceptible to its effects. But that distinction isn't important right now. You can think of it this way. It's not that Sylvain and Lucien are innately sensitive to elemental energy, but that Kyria found a way to ensure that they would be.
The incense in the room.
The incense I smelled earlier seemed familiar. Thinking back on it, I'm almost certain it was the scent of Spirit Borneal.
The primordial sea. I just want to hear her say this.
Fontaine, I experienced how drinking primordial seawater made me more attuned with the element of hydro. But that substance would be hard to get around here. All kinds of essential oils commonly found in alchemical products can temporarily increase elemental affinity.
Dude, Lumine voice actor's paycheck, man, she's probably real happy these days.
Without knowing it.
She's so happy these days. She's like, oh my god.
In Sumeru, scholars use Spirit Borneal to aid meditation and stimulate their connection to the Dendro Archon.
Alchemically produced essential oils, the primordial seawater that caused unrest in Fontaine not too long ago. All of those are substances that can heighten your sensitivity to elemental energy.
That stuff gave us a lot of trouble when we first...
Oh, they gotta show this again.
Ah, yes. I definitely
It's a silly
remember
picture.
that.
In Sumeru, it's not uncommon to use incense indoors, so its presence wouldn't arouse suspicion. The flowers in the room could also...
Damn, Edgar. Edgar
Flowers were pretty important.
Edgar's the killer.
The glazed lily is native to Liyue. It would be completely unnatural to have one here in Sumeru if it weren't for the exhibition. What a coincidence.
Actually, it's not a coincidence at all.
No wonder he was willing to pay a small fortune to rent out the hotel. He probably used the Mori Elena left him, don't you think? That money was supposed to set him free. But in the end, it was just a tool for his revenge.
There's a saying among forensic doctors in Fontaine. Every step you take leaves a mark. But up until this point, we haven't been able to detect any trace of Kyria's activities. That's not because he was coming and going undetected, or because he's some kind of evil spirit, but because he's been disguised as someone else this entire time.
Creating such an intricate mechanism out of a glaze lily, setting up the spirit Borneo in
This they might as well just give this to me. Like what? Come on.
Hotel. It all points to one person, the expert in charge of the entire exhibition. The Mora spent to rent out the hotel, the way the Auguste flower was cultivated, the method used to disguise his appearance. It all points to one person.
What? Oh.
Kyria and Edgar
Are one and the same. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I was about to say, I was like, what the fuck are you I was like, hello?
But Kiryu was only in his teens back then. He wouldn't even be 40 years old by now. Edgar's lived here for so many years. Even if he changed his appearance, going that long without giving anything away, it would be impossible.
Bad news, Sheriff. Mr. Edgar was attacked.
What?
A dark shadow-like figure just ran out of his room. It was giving off a really ominous aura.
What?
But before we could even react, the figure up and disappeared like some sort of ghost or something. By the time we got a look inside the room, Mr. Edgar was gone. Do you think Kyria kidnapped him?
Nah, he made a dash. He's out of there.
I need you to think very carefully about this. Are you certain that figure wasn't Edgar himself?
I mean, Mr. Edgar was so frail. I don't see how he could have moved that fast.
It would seem Master decided to tap into an ill-advised source of power.
Huh?
That's so dangerous with the condition he's in. It's...
He's using a delusion? What?
Why? Why would he do that? He's already accomplished his revenge.
No. If his aim was to target everyone who had a hand in Yelena's death...
If he left Sylvain alive yesterday, not out of a desire to see him suffer, but to confirm the truth about why Yelena chose to die...
Then there's still one target left.
You guys want to fill me in on that?
The shadow-like figure ran in the direction of the elevator, and my partner immediately chased after them.
We should hurry before they're forced to confront each other.
Where in the world did he go? Let's ask the merchants nearby.
Wait, I'm too stupid. I can't figure this out. Oh no. There's one more person left.
It's a ghost!
It's all right. Please, calm down and take a deep breath.
You're gonna fight a Fatui member?
Tell us what you saw.
I saw a black shadow. It ran right past me.
That guy.
How could something like that happen in broad daylight?
I hope this leads us to a domain so we can use Emilie in like a nice chunky part of the, like a nice chunky gameplay section.
There'll be hardly any witnesses.
It's all right. I can detect a faint whiff of the scent from here. I would say he passed by this location not too long ago. It's this way. Please, follow me.
Running out of Ascension gems?
Take it easy.
What do you mean? Ascension gems? I don't know what you're talking about. You mean like these? These? Bro, just make them. Bro, get to it. Chop chop. I didn't know you were sitting on a bunch. Huh? Nah, we're good. I'm out of even the smaller ones? Yeah, time to go fight those bosses. Time to hit up the shop, I mean, you know?
The scent is getting stronger. This must be the place.
Yeah, we're getting a domain with Emilie. What?
Easy. Quietly now. Game's up. Fun's over.
I swear by my sword. Boom boom.
Eat this! I'm the right man. It's
Busted.
Is John Lee at 90 ready? John Lee 90 ready
Chest full of
after more
valuables
boss runs, and
and
that's
a
kind of
total
like
potential.
so Yanfei here. Like this, I mean, I have the lower ones of those. I just need to get this. I could craft that right now, but I'm farming. Where is she at? Oh, she's on the team. I'm farming hers, so I'm getting more fire stuff while I'm fighting this. So I'm kind of just letting that rock. And then Jean, she just doesn't, like, Jean doesn't have, like, she's just not 80, but I do have her 90 stuff ready to go as well. She also needs gems. So we'll see how that works. Let me use a real team for this. I don't want to get soft locked here. Navia? Would this work? Because if we're gonna use obviously Emilie's gonna be on the team too. Burning would function here, yeah. Maybe we don't want Farina though. Maybe we want it like this. Or maybe I should have bought Bezu, who knows? Oh, Cole's here.
Oh, O's. Are you all right? Were you attacked?
Oh, Yanfei was perfect, actually?
I'm all right.
Okay.
I was just chasing after that figure.
Whoops!
And then, all of a sudden, I didn't feel so hot.
I feel like Emilie would be fun on a Yanfei team. Maybe I should, yeah, I don't know why my brain didn't think of that.
definitely feels heavy. It smells nice, but for some reason, it's hard to breathe.
This feeling. I've encountered it before.
Everything looks all right. It was probably just the stress of the chase, combined with the impact of the environment. A bit of rest would do you some good.
I can't rest. Mr. Edgar is still in there. He taught my sister how to make perfume. He's a good man. I can't just abandon him to die by Curia's hand.
Oz, you need to calm down and listen to me. Edgar is the one we're after. He and Kiria are the same person.
But how is that possible? I thought you said Kiria was in his 30s. Mr. Edgar is 70-something.
We know, we learned this from
That doesn't seem possible.
Inazuma.
That's precisely why
using,
he had to resort to extraordinary measures to age himself.
Yeah, using a delusion ages you. Or using it excessively, anyway, ages you.
Kiria used a delusion to bring back the Auguste flower, corroding his body in the process, just like his older sister.
No, He couldn't have. Mr. Edgar has been in
Once
port
Emilie
for
artifacts are done,
years.
I think we're gonna need to kill
If someone
bosses for
started
a while.
impersonating him all
Yeah.
of a sudden,
Yeah,
he
we're
would have
back.
noticed.
We're back on the
And
boss
what if
grind.
the impersonation started before he ever set foot in Sumeru? I've yet to confirm it, but I suspect Kyria killed the real Edgar in Fontaine not long after his release from prison. While Edgar was incarcerated, Kyria started making preparations to replace him, including forcefully aging his body, studying perfumery, and planning the real Edgar's demise. The new Edgar then decided to relocate to Sumeru, seemingly out of an innocuous desire to let go of the past. He even left perfume making in favor of mentoring students. But these decisions were all for a specific purpose: the need to distance himself from anyone who might see through the facade. And Sumeru fit the bill to a T, with no one around to question his identity. All he had to do was grow a beard, don a pair of glasses, make a few minor alterations to his appearance, and everyone would believe he was exactly who he claimed.
Bro, this is exactly what a criminal fucking...
From Fontaine. As the years went by, he removed his disguise little by little and continued to refine his skills. It would have been a gradual process.
She's good at her
one
job,
that
at
ensured
least.
no one around him would notice anything unusual.
That explains why Sylvain said he barely recognized Edgar back at the hotel. He aged himself decades beyond his years just so he could accomplish his revenge. Is that even worth it?
Bro, this is crazy. That's some deep shit.
I need to find Mr. Edgar. He's not that kind of person. He can't be.
All right, Mr.
What you
NPC.
really need is to get out of here and rest.
No, I can keep going.
Wait! This environment is likely being influenced by the delusion. Any discomfort, no matter how slight, should not be treated lightly. I know how to relieve your symptoms, Mr. Ooze. Please come with me and rest. I'm sure Kyria... No, Edgar wouldn't want any more innocent people implicated in all this.
Kale's right. The Traveler and I will take things from here. From our brief exposure to a goose, it would seem the substance has little effect on us. This leads me to believe those blessed with a vision or capable of wielding elemental
I also
power
assume that.
are more resistant to the effects of abnormal elemental energy. In other words, this environment doesn't pose as much of a risk to us. Actually, now that I think about it, this stronghold likely has multiple points of entry. If the target were to escape from a different point of entry, that might allow him to evade capture. I hate to trouble you, but we need people to survey the perimeter.
They've been doing that a lot. Where like characters would like shift
Right
their
now,
eyes like, yo,
there's work to
hey.
be done. Ooze, head back to
That's
Port
like a
Alamos and
recent
start
thing they've
gathering
been doing.
reinforcements.
Got it.
Traveler, Emilie, Paimon, please be careful. For someone whose only purpose in life is revenge, there's no telling what they'll do when there's no reason to move forward.
Don't worry. This isn't the end. Not for us or for Kyria. We're not going to let a goose kill anyone else. It's time for the mythos to fade into obscurity.
Let's go, Emilie. Oh, she has a... Okay. No dash. What are we rocking with here? They put this on every trial character. Wait, I don't even know what her shit does. Dude, Emily's gonna be fucking cracked when the Pyro Archon drops. I think I read somewhere that she didn't sell very well.
Monsters.
But I'm sure her rerun is
Attracted him
probably
with
going to go
increased
stupid
level of elemental energy.
for them. Like, they're probably going to make a lot of money off of it.
Everybody stand back! Get out of here! Attack! That's the way. Ha! Ha! Feeling lucky?
I've never seen these seeds before. They must also have been created with the power of a delusion. It seems to be avoiding us, and there's no other way forward. Perhaps we could try luring it to the edge of the cliff.
Whoa, look at all the Auguste flowers! There are so many of them. I can't believe a single person did all this. Must have taken a lot of time.
I fear that statement is truer than you know, Paimon. Using a delusion comes at a cost. Not just time, but the time you have left to live.
But why would Kiria need this many Auguste flowers? He only needed a few bottles of Auguste to carry out his plan, right?
That's a good question. I guess that's another
Perhaps
mystery to be
hatred
solved.
wasn't the only emotion fueling his obsession with Auguste. Not long ago, he told me he didn't want all the flowers transported to Sumeru to wither away in a foreign land. But Kiria betrayed Snezhnaya, abandoned Fontaine, and lived his entire life in Sumeru under the guise of someone else. For someone with nowhere to call home, perhaps dying among a bed of Auguste flowers just like his sister is the best homecoming he could ask for.
We're gonna get there and bro's gonna be dead. We're gonna be like, well...
So cute! Neutralize!
It's like, does burning just need to happen?
Feeling lucky?
And we don't want water, right?
I'm going in! Off we go!
She probably goes crazy with, like, Sephiroth.
A little ambiance.
Like, if you have Sephiroth now, I guess that would be... Or maybe, like, the other girl. How... Tao... Wow... Pow... Yeah, that one. She's probably good with them. But I'm sure, like...
A plant that destroys seeds.
What?
Huh. Quite the ecological marvel. Let's head back to the place where the seeds first appeared.
But I'm sure she was, like, designed ahead of time for the Pyro Archon. I wouldn't be surprised. Wait, stop. Go this way. Okay, we're gaming. Stop! Okay. Okay. No! Bro, I'm getting filtered. Okay. Let me go that way. Dude, that didn't work before. I can't stand that. Jesus. Yeah, I deserve these primos. Hand them over. That was hard work.
The scent of flowers is getting stronger. We're almost at the end.
Dude, these are goose flowers are like, dude, it's like near with the white. What are those called? The lilies or whatever? No.
The scent of flowers is getting stronger. We're almost at the end.
Did they catch up that fast? No. My strength is just waning. But it doesn't matter. This is far enough.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
This is a garden of Auguste flowers. But it's not mine. It's the one that was set on fire all those years ago in Fontaine. Yelena? Yelena!
Bro is having an out-of-body experience right now.
You tried to hide it from me, but I always understood. The reason why you continued to use the delusion. The reason why you set your garden on fire. It was all because of me. I shouldn't have listened to you that day. I shouldn't have taken the Mora and ran. But by the time I realized something wasn't right, there was nothing left. The flowers were gone. And so were you. I know I'm almost 20 years too late. I should have come looking for you earlier. I should have died with you that day. Yelena? Yelena!
Clearly, she wanted you to live.
No! Don't leave me! Please! Yelena!
Emilie? I'm alive. No, that's not possible. I saw her. Yelena, we were together.
That was an illusion, likely brought about by the residual toxin in your body coupled with the pollen in the air, neither of which are fatal.
No, the amount of Auguste I drank, it should have been enough.
That was a fake. We got his ass.
But
we got him.
We started making the preparations last night with one goal in mind: to create a perfect accord. The accord is the basis of perfume making, the product in its most
primitive form. Ambergris mixed with cedar
Oh,
wood,
cutscene
rounded
time.
out with a base note of agar wood.
Look at little Emilie.
This is the scent of leather?
Exactly. We're unable to extract essential oils from leather, but by combining other raw materials, we can recreate its essence. That is the purpose of an accord.
Does that mean you can recreate any scent in the whole world?
I'm afraid not. Certain fragrances in this world are simply one of a kind. That quality is what draws people in. and fuels their obsessions.
If I wear a goose to the ball, I'll also be one of a kind. Our competitor already got their hands on it.
It doesn't matter how much it costs. I have to buy something better.
This fragrance will be one of a kind, no more. Myths can be deconstructed, miracles can be recreated. All it takes is skill, experience, limitless exploration, and a little patience. The only thing left is determining where the real Auguste is hidden. Pretending to be attacked means he's not free to move around. Auguste must be hidden within reach.
Paimon took a peek through the window earlier and his house was packed with flowers.
The curator commissioned a flower pot from Kasharuar, capable of retaining heat and moisture.
Perfumes are as beautiful as flowers, and equally as delicate. When stored, you must take care to control the temperature and keep them away from direct sunlight. Did you get all that, Emilie?
I got it.
Damn, that's fire.
Did you hear? Someone was attacked again last night.
So, Sylvain is dead. Is that right?
Yes, Master.
So, you switched the bottles of Auguste, and then lied to me about Sylvain's death.
Convincing you that your revenge had been completed was the easiest way
Oh,
to
so
get you
Sylvain
to
didn't
let down your
die.
guard.
Oh, okay. I
Impossible.
didn't realize that.
Even if you found a way to switch out the bottles, there's no way you could have made an accord. If Auguste was so easy to replicate, Yelena wouldn't have.
It was a combination of rainbow roses, glaze lilies, and Cecilias. Those ingredients would have conflicted with each other if you tried to combine them in the past. But recently, we found a way for them to work together.
Dude, technology.
Rainbow roses, glaze lilies, and Cecilias.
Auguste was created over 10 years ago. All this time, people never stopped analyzing it, never stopped trying to recreate it. Perfumery techniques are advancing day by day. We found better ways to extract essential oils, separate oils and fats. We even discovered new ways to combine fragrances together. The mythos surrounding Auguste may have been untouchable almost 20 years ago, but now it's time for it to become a thing of the past.
The past?
You've been working as a perfumer for all these years. You should have always known that it is possible to make an accord, even if only in theory. But the meaning you assigned to Auguste became so inflated, you allowed yourself to get lost in it, just like the perfume mania that captivated the public all those years ago. You believed in its divinity and grandeur. You believed it was entirely one of a kind.
The process you forgot that it was a bottle of perfume, nothing
Your
more.
obsession with Auguste is also what allowed us to predict how you intended your plan to end and to make preparations in advance.
We just didn't expect it to happen so fast.
Bro, I'd be laughing at my final moments too.
You hit the nail on the head now.
I'd be like, well, we've had a good run, boys.
Sylvain isn't dead. Since you've been preparing your accord since last night, I assume you've also figured out my method, then. That means the news of Sylvain's death. The crowd gathered outside the hotel this morning. It was all an act you put on with the sheriff.
Yes. If we hadn't, you might have resorted to the delusion out of desperation, or continued to use your Spirit Borneal and Auguste combination to wreak havoc.
Who knows? Maybe I would have just offed myself then and there.
I know if you had things your way, you would carry the truth of Edgar's demise and the secrets of this garden to the grave, but I'm sorry, Master. I don't want to see any more death. Sylvain only inhaled a small
Even though
amount of
she sees
poison.
that shit all the
He's being
time.
detained as we speak. All the crimes he concealed back then will be exposed in a court of law for everyone to see, and all his secrets will be revealed. The same goes for you as well.
Is that so? Well, I suppose I'll be spending the rest of my days in a prison cell then.
Whoa, he accepted that kind of fast.
I don't feel the need to justify my actions, nor do I intend to repent for them. I did
Well, as long as you
what I
get
set
it.
out to do. I may have lost in the end, but it was my choice every step of the way. And if I could do it all over again... But there's no going back, is there?
Careful, everyone. This environment is dangerous. I'll lead the way.
Stick close and hurry up. Can't let Edgar die.
Looks like I'm almost out of time. Although, I do have one final question, Emilie.
Of course, Master.
The combination you used to make your accord. How did you figure it out?
The scent of a goose is complex and varied, yet the main ingredient consists of a single variety of flower. So, as I was analyzing the sample yesterday, I got to thinking, what if the scent of the Auguste flower was already imbued with that complexity during its cultivation?
You're saying Yelena designed Auguste to have the scent of multiple flowers?
Rainbow roses, glaze lilies, Cecilias. The perfumers of the past knew that if you combined their essential oils directly, they would just cancel each other out. It was a conundrum they could never solve. But if you cultivate a new flower species that intrinsically carries the unique features of those three scents, you can bypass that issue entirely. It goes without saying that for
She
that time,
crossbred
this idea was a stroke
flowers?
of genius.
That is kind of
Rainbow
smart.
roses,
That is kind of genius.
Glaze lilies and Cecilias. Those really do seem like flowers you would choose, Yelena.
Cole to the rescue. Oh, whoops. Oh, we're still. Oh, I was about to say, we're still here? I've learned my lesson to not explore these domains. They put everything they want you to find right in front. There's no secrets. Oh, we're in Fontaine now. What the fuck? Dude, Nouvellette is about to show up. Hell yeah. Oh wait, no, we're in we're in a hotel.
Miss Emilie's releasing a new perfume. Right, I heard about that. I think it's called Yelena.
Seems like everyone in Fontaine is talking about the new perfume you're releasing.
I was hoping to release it without such a fuss, but the news spread way faster than I expected. I just hope it won't become the source of some new myth, especially after all the work we did to demystify Auguste. I did, although I made a few modifications to the formula to make the scent more pleasant and long-lasting. I actually brought a few samples with me today. I hope they're to your liking.
Wow.
Also, I was hoping you could
Wowzers.
try out the fragrance before I officially release it and tell me your thoughts.
Of course! A good sense of taste and sense of smell go hand in hand, you know?
You're not supposed to taste it, Paimon. Nobody drink. You can't. Paimon, please.
Oh, it smells great!
Yeah, that's not the kind of feedback she'd have in mind.
It's alright. All feedback is worth considering.
Her feet are through the legs, by the way.
Besides, when it comes to perfume, commenting on whether
Welcome
it
back,
smells
Bing
good
Chang
is the
Finger.
most straightforward
We're
assessment
still on
you
the
can ask
quest.
for.
I mean, it's about
It
to end.
doesn't always have to be a deeper meaning.
Speaking of deeper meanings, curious final question.
Do those flowers have some special meaning? Hearing their names seemed to have an effect on him.
If I had to guess, I'd say it probably has something to do with the language of flowers.
The language of... Okay, here we go.
Oh, we've heard of that before. Paimon remembers hearing something like, the Cecilia represents the true feelings of the prodigal son?
What each
Wait,
flower is said to
wait, we
represent
did hear
varies
this
by
before. This was in the
and across
Fatui.
different
This was
moments
in the
history. The same is true for the
what
flowers
the hell is that guy's name?
scent of the
Lenny's
ghost.
quest.
After returning to Fontaine, I did some research, and it turns out the meanings of those 3 flowers can be reassembled
She's level
to form
72
a
because I ran
single
out of level up
phrase.
materials. Me and you both.
Forget the past.
My
and
level up
keep on
materials are dead.
Perhaps that's the legacy Yelena always intended, not the
That is what she
nobility and
wanted.
grandeur most people associate with the goose.
You think Kiria knew about that?
No.
I paid him a visit before his trial and explained what I found, but he didn't seem to care. Who knows? Maybe she didn't mean anything by it at all. That was his response. Yelena is gone. We'll never know what she was thinking. We can look for meaning all we want, but it'll never be anything but conjecture. Even if that is what she was trying to say, I would never be able to forget her. Avenging her death? That was the meaning I chose for my life. Kiria cultivated his revenge like a flower. He was committed to making it bloom, even if in the end, it didn't bear the fruit he was hoping for. In any case, he did want
If
me to
Emily
pass
becomes
along
like
his
really
thanks.
good in the future,
Thank you for saving
like
my
if the
life. For giving me
pyro
the chance
archon
to
makes
learn
her
that a
makes
goose
her go like
could have
insane,
carried a very different meaning.
and she's probably like a must have. But as of right now, I mean, her gimmick is still new.
Love and hatred are a privilege of the living.
That line is crazy. What the fuck?
When someone
Love and
dies,
hatred
their
are a
thoughts,
privilege of the
feelings, and
living.
intentions die with them. In that sense, what a goose truly represents in the language of flowers will forever remain a mystery. But even if it's only a conjecture, I would like to believe my own interpretation. The meaning we give to flowers, the symbolism we assign to our perfumes, they're constantly twisted and exploited in our imperfect world. And yet, at the very outset, they're born from the simplest and most beautiful desires we hold in our heart.
There it is, boys. We've done it. Oh, we get Yelena. Can I actually use that? I mean, I don't... Wait, what? Same with perfume. It's a gadget? Hold on. Equipped. You can actually just... I just smell good? So... Does anyone smell it? That's so random. Why does she do that? Why do we have that? Dude, smell me. Okay, well. That's funny. I do need to change that out. Back for this. Alright, gamers, check this shit out. We did it. We gamed so hard. Where will your journey take you, traveler? We've done it. I got them all completed. No more story quests. We're caught up. They call me the Genshin catcher because I'm caught up. Apparently there's these tribal quests. Oh, whoops. Act 1, 2, and 3? I'm assuming Milani's quest is part of this. Is that what it says in the event tab? Let's see. Isn't she here? Yeah. People of the Springs. Yeah, it's probably like in here. It's either 2 or 3. And that's like her quest. I don't know if I'll be like doing that on stream, but Friday anything can happen. Anything can happen on Friday. But Wednesday we shall be finishing Act 2 of Natland. So we'll be good to go there. I'm like halfway through it. I'm assuming I'm halfway through it. And that'll be really fun. I mean, Act 2 went crazy. I mean, Act 2 was already cooking from the start. So, pretty excited for that shit. So we'll be back. We'll be back, gamers, on Wednesday. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, or something like that. Is that what YouTubers say? I'm just a Paimon. What would I know? Dude, what would I know? And I shall see y'all next time. Bye-bye. No, Navia. No.
Travel to the break of dawn, rounding out. I'm on a mission, routing out whatever it is I gotta do. Routing out until the day I meet you. I'm routing out. I look up in the skies, asking out a while, but never let it faze me. I'm keeping good vibes when I'm on the road. Watch out for all surprises. What it provides is good and bad, but nothing entices.
Another one day in the night, let me paint the view, color down with my light. For every moment share with you, not in the day, but never fully gone. Going to be back again until the coming over down.
For the days ahead of us, put your hands up, wave it side to side for good luck. For the nights like this, put your hands up, love the moment even from dusk. Yo, you always got my back, and of course I got your back. Don't you worry about that. No, it's been a good day, good night. It's gonna be a good day, good night. Nothing comes between us, dancing like ballerinas under the moonlight all night long. How these plain and simple scenes get painted so vividly by you. I just wanna stay with you.
I wonder what is lonely dance whenever our eyes meet. You know you leave me in a trance. It means everything to me looking down below. The one I seek to find, no matter where you might go. Remember you'll be on my mind.
Always watching over me, somehow you make me feel invisible. Power to my soul, yeah. How many easy things that used to bother me, cause your existence just lights me up, yeah. You always got my back, and of course I got your back. Don't you worry about that now. It's been a good day, good night.